The green goes to the passenger side and the yellow goes to the driver's side. All right, everybody, welcome back. I am back again with the Whaler 130 project that I've got going on. I'm hesitant to even call it a project because the boat and the motor itself need absolutely nothing. The trailer needs a little bit of work. We're going to start on the lights today. The rear tail lights, they work just fine. It's these side marker lights here are in-op. So what I've done is taken the light wiring harness and pulled the slack out from the tongue, from the direction of the tongue that way. Out here there's a hole up underneath the end of that frame there. Okay, so first things first is we need to pop this off. I'm not sure. Well, that's lovely. So it looks like two self-tapper screws in here. I'm not sure where this is connected. I didn't see it connected on the wiring harness, so let's see what we got. Well, that would explain why they're not working. It's not connected to anything. Here's my new light fixture assembly. This was super inexpensive, maybe $2.99. I don't know that it's even a sealed trailer light, but for this application it's just fine. One thing that I did notice, this one compared to this other one, other than the original one, or at least the one pulled off of here, was LED, and this one is just a regular halogen bulb. This is wired for power and ground, where this one, so we've got one power wire here, which means it's likely going to have a little grounding plate in here where the two screws mount that'll provide the ground. Yep, just as I suspected. You'll have one screw there and then the other one there, and that one has a little metal plate there that provides the ground. It uses the screw, this self-tapper makes contact with that and the trailer to provide the ground. Okay, first things first, got my handy fish tape. I'm gonna fish that through. And then I've got some 18 gauge wire that I had just spare hanging out in the shop. So the plan here is to terminate this on the light, and then we'll splice this end in with the wire harness, and that'll give me, this will give me enough slack from the tongue then to pull this all back in to clean that slack up. So we'll strip this little wire, a little pink butt connector. These are heat shrink butt connectors, so once I crimp the other end on here, then we'll heat this up, shrink it, and then it provides a watertight bond around the cable there. Now it's watertight. Ironically, the light is not. Okay, so this is where it comes out from the tongue, and then it goes up this hole, and then it channels out that way toward the passenger side. The driver's side of the wiring harness comes this way. The brown is your running lights. The green and the yellow will be your blinkers. The brown you'll see goes to both sides, and then the green and the yellow are the ones that switch sides. So the proper orientation of the lights is the green goes to the passenger side and the yellow goes to the driver's side. And the way I've been taught and the way I always remember is that the green is the ditch side and the yellow is the side of the yellow stripe side. So the yellow is always going to be on the driver's side and the green side is going to be on the ditch side. So all I did was take that running light wire, I cut it, and now I'm taking this to that new marker light and I'm going to splice it in between. So all that's left to do now is the very same thing to the other side, and let's connect it to the truck and see if it works. All right, so this is my first whaler, and I've noticed that the ball on this whaler trailer is a 2 5/16. Let me know in the comments, is that normal? Is that a Boston Whaler trademark thing? This is a 13-foot boat. Surely it doesn't need a 2 5/16 ball. I got my new lights put on. Let's pull that slack up. So this is what I was talking about. I've got this pigtail here. I'm gonna pull this slack up. We're connected. Hey, what do you know? We got running lights. Let's see if we're working out back. I got one there. I got another one there. And we got the last one working there. The only other two things that I've done so far that I haven't filmed are, number one is this new jack here. I didn't film that because that's pretty simple. It's 4 bolts. And then the other would be this winch here. There's 2 bolts under here. That's it. That jack and that winch were toast. They were rusted out beyond use. So here she is. I replaced the light bulb in this navigation light, and everything else works. Knock on wood. So let's do a quick little walkthrough. So there's an anchor hatch up here. Previous owner even kind enough to leave me an anchor. Snap in, as well as those. You got 2 rope cleats there on the transom. The fuel line is run from the motor around the edge there, underneath the seat, to the fuel tank right there. Battery is located under there. There is a scupper plug right here. That goes straight down to the ground. Goes straight through, kind of like your kayak would. Then there's that drain plug there that goes through the transom overboard. I've got the plugs here. I had them out because I cleaned the inside of the boat. It was pretty raunchy looking. Now I've got it really white looking on the inside, really nice and clean. I'm not sure what it was that spilled under here, but you can still see some remnants under here. But that yellow stain came all the way around the back, filled up almost the rear, complete rear bilge area. This is it in all her glory. But that's it. Hey look, we're already starting out at 1,000 RPMs. But your 360 stern light goes up here. On-off switch for the nav lights there. It's got a 12-volt receptacle. It works. Storage compartment under there. All right, family, that's it for this little update on the Boston Whaler 130. If there's something you'd like to see us do out of this boat, or if there's something you'd like to see me look at or check in on this little project, if you've got a question about this boat, leave us a comment down below and let us know. Give us some ideas for this boat. And man, I'd love to hear from you and see what we can do with this thing. I got this thing super cheap. My goal is to run this thing super cheap. I don't want to put a whole lot into it, but I'd like to see where it takes us. But in the meantime, we know you have a choice when you YouTube, and we thank you for YouTubing with us. Until next time, we'll catch you later.